great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
And welcome back to another episode of Great Morning. I am your host, Christian Murmur, Merms, Mermdog, whatever the fuck you want to call me. And to the bottom left of my computer screen, we have the Fact Queen, my sister from the East, that Puerto Rican mamacita from Spanish Harlem, Stephanie 2.0. How you doing,
Gang. I am doing so great. Okay, despite the fact that there's like a lot of sad shit going on in my life, but your girl was on a motherfucking cute little Twitch radio show today.
Nice.
I was so fucking excited, and I have to have him on the show with us because originally he wanted all of us to join, but I know Merms, you know, you're in school. I know the chief is working, so I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna hold the fort down for us and, you know, represent Great Morning. And I had a lot of fun on that radio show. It was the cutest thing in the fucking world. And
that's great.
The craziest thing about it is that him and I were friends on Facebook for, I don't even know, I think more than like 5 years. And we have the same acquaintances. And on top of that, one of his cousins used to date my brother. And
okay.
And another cousin, her and I used to go to the same high school. So it was very interesting. And I was just like, holy shit, it's a small world. And what else? I have a photo shoot coming up. I have so much shit lined up. I'm so freaking excited. You know, your girl's working. I've been tagging the circle. You know, I'm trying to get their attention. I'm just, you know, guys, I'm a bitch is working, guys. I'm fucking working. And I have my handy dandy notebook with me, you know, so I can remember everything.
Yes,
you know?
because the short term.
We love that because, you know, blessings got to come around. Blessings have got to be due. And you've been through so much shit that it's about time these blessings start coming up around there and do. Got a question for you. What did you think about that Twitch platform?
I think it's pretty cool, man. But okay, so I had a few people like, you know, we were talking about like what it is being a New Yorker and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, we started, oh my God, we started talking about politics, guys. We was talking about politics. I was like, oh, I got crazy. I was like, oh my God, we're talking politics. And we started talking about, you know, the pronouns and the adjectives, blah, 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 blah. But it was just so cool because, you know, we had people like live and they were like commenting and shit. And I was just like, oh my God, these motherfuckers. And then like I had one person come and call me a prostitute and I was like, your mother, and you know, whatever. But I mean, it was just so cool because like it was like live, you know, like people were actually on it. There was like, I think a couple of hundred people, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a vibe. It was just a huge vibe, just super dope.
That's really cool. That's like early Howard Stern or something at first, you know, the callers and stuff like that. That sounds really cool, though. I'm happy you were able to do that. And I'm sure in the future, if you reach out, we can definitely make time for the three of us to go on there or have them on here, of course.
Wait, one more thing, guys. And your girl fucking finally did her OnlyFans. I got OnlyFans.
Well, hold on. We are going to discuss that.
We got to get into
We got to introduce everyone first, but we will discuss that. Let me go ahead so we can get to that. Let me go ahead and introduce everyone else that's here. To the bottom right of my computer screen, we have the boss, the pimp, the CEO, the chief, slightly special himself, Jimmy the Shooter. How you doing today, bro?
Why, hello. And today I'm doing very well, Mermsy. How are you doing today?
I'm great, actually. It's you know, we're recording this a little later on a Friday, which isn't usual, but I know like people had stuff to do this weekend, so this is how we're doing it. But I'm in a very good mood. I was very productive today. Did a lot of shit here, you know, in New Jersey. Very happy, and you know, I got some stuff to maybe announce at the end of the podcast, stuff to talk about afterwards. I'm in a very good mood. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, man. I like the hair.
Thank you. It's just getting longer. I know. I was looking at myself in the mirror.
You could get a comb, man. You can start combing that thing. You got locks. You know what? You kind of look like one of those like 70 models that used to run on the beach with the long hair.
Yeah. I do comb it. I do comb it. And I have like good shampoo and conditioner now. So like it makes it look better. Like when I get out now, I'm like, you know, I wore my hat earlier. So now it's a little like down and stuff, but I swear it looks better. Every time we record the podcast, when I got to put my headphones on and shit, it just looks like I'm pulling the what's that guy's name? I almost said Lou Ferrigno, but that's not right. I look like that one guy from the 80s. Fabio, thank you. Figured it out. Fabio. That's how it kind of look like right now. But yeah, man, what have you been up to since we last talked to you?
Oh man, I've been up to a lot of work. Just working.
Working.
That's pretty much it, man. Working, this podcast, and that's honestly it.
Yeah. When do your Rams play again? I know we were both a little upset about that Bills game.
Yo, that game had me on fire. I was like, come on.
Not to get too deep into football. I know no one, we're not a sports podcast. Leave that to our friends who have
totally get into it. How about the Patriots?
I don't even want to talk about it. No, I don't even want to talk about it. No.
Yeah, take that. We're both losing now.
I wasn't shitting on you. I was rooting for the Rams. I don't want the Bills to win because the Bills win. That means they're better than the Patriots in their I almost said conference in their what is it called? Section. That's not the right word. But the
conference.
No, the conference is the entire
AFC East.
Yes, thank you. So I really don't want the Bills to win, but the Bills are on a fucking warpath. But anyway, we will talk football another time. And if you want to hear more sports talk, go ahead and listen to our friends we've actually had on that have their own sports podcast. Please give them a listen. They're great at doing all that. But Jimmy, thank you for, coming on and telling us about your work week. And we have plenty of more to talk about, but let me introduce the last person here we have with us. And, of course, last but not least, to the left of my computer screen, we have someone who's been on numerous times now. I've lost count a long time ago. It's not even a big deal anymore because at this point, he's our in-studio comedian. Please give it up for Topazkin, Chubbs Way. Chuck, how you doing today, bro?
Yo, what's good? Everybody. But you know who ain't taking a loss? The Bears. Just got to put that out there. Just saying. I mean, we going to take an L this week, though, with the Packers, but that's it.
I don't know, man. Did you see the Packers against, what was it? The Packers against the fucking Vikings.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Packers aren't looking that great.
I have a question. Does anybody use FanDuel here?
Is that where you buy tickets?
No, that's the betting website, the sports betting website. No, why? Is FanDuel one of our sponsors?
No, well, I figured, since you guys are like so into like sports and shit, I thought that maybe, because I know Chief be gambling and shit, and our good friend Chuck over here, he be doing his little thing too. So I thought, maybe you guys were on FanDuel and stuff like that.
I am not
a good idea, actually.
I'm not a good FanDueler. I take a loss every time.
I'm not a gambling man.
So how about, right? Because it's us four, right? So like, how about, because I have FanDuel. So how about we do this, right? Two of us, right, is gonna go for the opposite team, right? And then, like vice versa, you know what I mean? Like we'll put like, let's say, I don't know, you guys are talking about the Bears, right? So, me and Merms will put money on the Bears, and then Chief and Chuck, they can put their money on the Patriots. I don't fucking know, whatever. But, like we'll all chip in, and, either way we will win because, we have on both opposite sides.
But wouldn't that just even out? Because like someone's going to lose. So say we both on both sides bet 1,000 on the other team, right? That means whoever wins, right? We get like, let's say it's double. So like say Stephanie and I win with the Bears, we get 2,000, but then Chuck and Jimmy are out of 1,000. And then we give that 1,000 back to them from our winnings. And now everyone just has 1,000 again.
Well, it depends on the odds.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's never 50-50. It's never 50-50. It's just the odds.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll get like, let's say you bet $600 on a game, but you'll only bet in that $600 to win $250.
I don't know. It's still, I mean, I'm not good with math. So you guys, I'll let it be on your decision, but I feel like it still won't come out to like that much.
That's a genius way to like just get massive comps in a casino. Like have 4 people going in a casino, 2 people at a time, right? In pairs. One bets on red, one bets on black, because that is 50-50. Then bam, you just spend $1,000 at the casino, right? Then you guys leave and then shake off, turn it around, bam, bam, bam. And then 2 more people go, ba, 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 bam. Now you just bet $2,000 in the casino. And now you're comped up.
Oh, so that's for the comp. I was going to say, because that would kind of lead to the same thing. But yeah, the comps might happen because they'll see all those big spenders. Yeah, that could be a good idea. Maybe we should try that. Take 2 weeks off and Just go to Vegas and try it. Watch them not give us a hotel room. We're like, fuck, we got to book our own hotel room now. This didn't fucking work. They know we're together. They've heard the podcast. But yeah, we will talk about football another time. I know, football's back. This is one of my favorite seasons. The fall, even that coming. I like all this time of year. It's great. It even cooled down a little bit today in New Jersey. I was happy about that. I wear jeans and stuff. But getting back, because I know there's definitely some things we wanted to talk about. There's some things going on in the world, and there's some things going on in our world. So I know Stephanie, as she mentioned before, something about an OnlyFans. What's going on there? Let's chop it up. I
thought we were gonna surprise the audience with the OnlyFans.
I know, but she mentioned it earlier, so I couldn't do anything about it.
Well, no one told me that we was gonna do a surprise. Damn, like I missed the memo. But yeah, your girl got a motherfucking OnlyFans.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise! Ding dong. But yeah, I have my OnlyFans up and running, and I have about like 30 subscribers right now. We have $4.99 each, and it's very interesting. Oh my god, like my DMs are fucking crazy. Like I had this one guy come and tell me, I will pay you a couple of $1,000 if you just did a great morning video and said my name, just showing me your tits. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck do I look like to you? I specifically told you guys that I am not doing anything sexual or like any nudity, none of that shit. I'm not doing none of that on OnlyFans. I'm doing my great morning videos, and yes, I'm gonna have sexy apparel on and all that other shit, but we're not doing anything that's like, pornographic or anything, because I have kids. I'm not trying to, embarrass my kids and whatever. So, but we have that. And it's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. Like I love it. I love it. Like
I was gonna ask
tell
about
people,
that.
Tell people like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this. Do you know what that creates? That creates rarity and value within the marketplace, because now people are gonna want it. Yeah. Now people are gonna be like, all right, fine, $5,000, $10,000.
Yeah.
Come on.
How much would you do it for though? Because everyone's got a price. Because if someone offered me right now $40,000 to get naked, oh man. Let me tell you some things Merm Dog would do for $40,000.
You would see the Merms.
You're expensive.
Yeah. Even less. I'm just saying 40,000. Maybe even 1,000. Maybe even 1,000. I'd start doing some stuff. Who fucking knows?
Bro, I've done some things for a shirt.
Chuck, wrap it up.
I didn't do shit. Man. Like somebody gave me a shirt and I done did some things.
Oh boy.
Damn sure. You expensive.
No, I was just saying a number. It was like that time when, this is going back. Jimmy, I don't know if you remember this. This is going back to season 1, Great Morning, when we had, I think it was even Pizzo. It might have been our first episode, but one of our guests was like, oh, would you suck a dick for $1 billion? And I was like, hell yeah, $1 billion. Of course I would. Jesus, give me that thing right now. Jesus, $1 billion.
All right.
Come on.
All right, wait. Like, all right, how would you do that though? Like being a straight man, like how, like I know it's $1 billion. Like I totally understand. Mm-hmm. But like how, like, can you like really see yourself on your knees sucking dick?
For $1 billion?
$1 billion?
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
Like,
yes,
really?
I'm not afraid of saying it.
Well, okay. The scientifically, no, you can't see it because you never did it. I hope, maybe, I don't know.
No, I haven't.
Fine, whatever. Okay,
no,
but
I have not.
But saying that you will and knowing what you would do, absolutely, I would tear it up too, man. I would give it like I want it.
Yeah,
and how would you?
You take notes
and
from
how
previous experience.
That you're gonna get this $1 billion.
You gotta cash the check.
Well, we gotta do a contract beforehand. Like I would be very I'd be attorneyed up. I'd make sure there were documents and stuff. I'd make sure the person actually had $1 billion, because no one's just walking around the street just has $1 billion. So it'd have to be like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos came up to me, and then I'd be like, all right, well here, okay, yeah, this is for real, So that's what I'd do, and that's the way it's got to be. So anyway, going back to you though,
you know what? Just offer it to me. I'm gonna go ahead.
Just go ahead and offer it.
Just offer it.
I'll slob you knob. It's all right.
Just offer it.
And by the way, it's a lot less than $1 billion, my price to do that. So if anyone comes with serious inquiries,
I'm going to be the manager for Merms' OnlyFans, and I'm going to be the executive producer for Stephanie's OnlyFans. And
I think they call that a pimp. I think there's a word for that.
We're not going to call it pimping. We're not going to call it pimping. I'm just saying, whenever we get Chuck's clothing design, right? All his shirts are going to be made only based off after he does shit to stock the store.
I thought you were going to say it's all just going to have pictures of me sucking dick.
I like the business mind we all have here. We're all bringing something to the table.
Yes. But anyway, I'm sorry, Stephanie. So what would be your price? What would be?
I don't know, because, I am somebody's like fake wife. So I really wouldn't know. I would have to discuss that with baby daddy. And I'll be honest with you. Like I told him, I was like, oh my God, look what this guy said. He was like, Stephanie, I will dead leave you if you did that shit. And I'm like, oh, really? You would leave me? Even if I gave you
lying?
He ain't lying. He dead ass serious. And I'm like, all right, so then why did we even agree for an OnlyFans? Like, the fuck? Damn. Like, I'm trying to make money.
But see, he's got a price too. That's what I'm saying. So like, even between the two of you,
maybe he's got a price like $350,000.
And it wouldn't be. It's not even with like another guy. It's with Stephanie. So like, it would be like, say they offered you like 50 grand, and it's Stephanie and baby daddy like just doing some stuff on camera. You wouldn't do that for $50,000? I think.
I don't know. All right. Let's ask baby daddy really quickly.
Oh God, no! I don't want to make him angry.
Come here, papi. Come here, papi. So let me ask you a question. If somebody came and offered me how much monies?
$350,000.
$350,000.
Yes.
I gotta be naked and do a great morning video.
Yes.
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 That's a house. There's value there. That's a house. So everyone's got a price.
There's always a price.
Y'all niggas expensive.
Well, Jimmy chopped it up to 350. I was
you
doing
might as
40.
well put a roof over the head off top. You know what I'm saying? Provide for the family.
I could use that right now. What the fuck?
Yeah. All right. Well, as long as baby daddy agrees, then we're good. If he agrees on the number, then But like I said, I'm somebody's fake wife, so I gotta act like it, and I gotta consult first. But
the good thing, right, is on. Tell me if I'm wrong, because I don't actually know. I don't use OnlyFans. I don't sell my nudes there. So it can't.
I just support my friends.
And I just support my friends. Can't you in the DMs, like say someone requests something? Can't you then send it to them, but it's locked until they pay?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, so like say some guy, and you don't know if he's bullshitting or not, says that. It's like, here, I'll give you $100,000 if you send me a video of you and baby daddy going at it. And you're like, okay. And you do it and you send it to him, but it's locked. Now you're good, because like he either doesn't get to see it because he doesn't give you the money, or you get the fucking money and there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I even found out that you can like go live on that. So I came up with like different shit, like, oh, I'm probably going to do this. And I don't know, like just different content, because I can't like just focus on great morning videos, because it's OnlyFans, and obviously you have to come up with different shit to keep the people intrigued and shit. So I'm just like, oh,
I can get you great morning laundry.
I mean, here's another thing.
That's
There's a lot of people
bad idea.
Sell merch, but I mean, I got a friend right now in LA. She started OnlyFans 2 years ago, and like she makes a lot of money from subscribers that forgot that they even pay. Like, I mean,
oh yeah, Ghost pays.
Yo, I have this one dude that I started my OnlyFans a couple of months ago, but I had zero content, nothing was in there, and homie has been faithful since that very day.
Wow.
That very day. Yeah.
Shout out to him.
You should send him a feet picture. So
yeah, you should give him a discount on something.
Do you guys want to know like the highest grossing person with OnlyFans right now?
Is it someone we can guess, or
it's not Black China?
No, I'm just gonna tell. Is it not Black China? Because
it's Bad Baby.
It's not.
It says Black China makes $20 million a month.
What?
I thought it was bad. I thought it was Bad Baby. I thought Bad Baby made it.
Are you sure?
Nah, Bad Baby made like 50 mil.
Who the fuck is Bad Baby?
The girl that said, "Catch me outside."
Oh, she has an OnlyFans?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's her username? Just for education.
It's Bad Baby.
I thought, damn, motherfucker, you on her shit.
Hey guys, I know on an unrelated note, we gotta end the podcast early on an unrelated note. I gotta look something up real quick.
Wait a minute.
I gotta look some stuff
Bea
up.
Thorne makes $11 million a month.
Who? Bad Baby?
Bea Thorne.
I don't know who that is.
Cardi B? Cardi B's got one?
That's the Disney Channel chick.
She had one. She don't post on it no more, but people still pay for it.
Oh,
What?
you know that one actress I
insane.
heard has an OnlyFans. The one,
Mia
the one that was like
Khalifa?
famous. No, I mean like an actress that wasn't a porn star. The one from like the '90s. I forget her name. She was like the hot blonde in the '90s, and then I guess she stopped doing movies or something because now she's got an OnlyFans. But I forget her. I can't think of her name right now. I don't know. It'll come to me at some point. But she's got an OnlyFans too, where she shows her tits and stuff, I guess. Again, I haven't seen it, so I couldn't tell you. But you know, that's just what I heard from the grapevine. But Stephanie, let me ask you something. How much is it for, if people are interested, how much do they have to, like, what is it, subscribe, right? How much is it to subscribe to your OnlyFans?
It's only $4.99.
Okay.
You know, because I'm not gonna sit here and charge fucking $50 or $20 for that shit. Nah, like I'm gonna keep it low so that I can just lure everybody in. And let me tell you something. The other day I had to remind myself. I had to put like all types of fucking like sticky notes all over the place to like, yo, listen, we have to promote your OnlyFans. And I was on TikTok, and for the first time in Stephanie history, I had over 3,000 people on my live. But let me tell you that I had to, like, in order for me to have those 3,000 people on my live, I legit was in my motherfucking lingerie and a robe. And I mean, like, you could barely see like cleavage, but I mean, the amount of people that were just there entertaining the fact that I had made an OnlyFans, and like I would have had more people subscribe. But I was having like little technical difficulties. But I mean, I broke night, and I mean, the next that very morning, I look up and I'm like, holy shit, I have like 20 something like subscribers. And I'm just like, holy shit, like all I gotta do is like go on TikTok and like promote this shit. And I'm like, yo, now I gotta go on to our Great Morning TikTok and do it there so that we can get our numbers up there and get new subscribers, because obviously the Great Morning, the podcast on TikTok, is different from my personal account. So I'm just like, oh man, like we should
do a TikTok where it's like you're in the robe, right? And like say you're naked under the robe. Like I'm just saying, like don't get offended. I'm just saying for now, for the sake of the video, you got the robe on, but you're naked under it, and you're about to show, right? You're about to open it up and show what's under there, and then all of a sudden the video cuts to me, like in my fucking underwear, and I'm standing there with the robe.
That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
What if we do that on the Great Morning TikTok?
That would be fucking hilarious.
And then I start going like, I do all that stuff like you do. I go like, I sip the cup and I'm like, Great Morning, and I do the snap and shit, and I walk away.
I love it.
All right, let's think about doing that. That sounds fun for me. And I love trolling people on the internet. But Stephanie, is there anything else you wanted to tell us about your OnlyFans before we move on to another topic? I know we all wanted to discuss here as well. Is there anything else people should know?
No, I'm not sucking dick on OnlyFans. That's all. Unless
for the price you have now, yes.
Unless they're buying a house, cut.
Unless we're talking big shmoneys, okay?
Big shmoneys.
I'm like, baby daddy, we gotta go share, But for now, we're gonna keep it, PG-13. We're just gonna keep it popping. That's it.
PG-13. All right, I like it. Thank you for sharing that with us, Stephanie. I know you wanted to talk about that. So I'm glad we could get it out there for you. And of course, at the end, you can plug it again, let people know where they can follow you and all that stuff. Good stretch there, Chuck. There's another thing I know we all wanted to discuss. Sorry, I saw him stretching. I know he's always doing, I love having Chuck on for a bunch of reasons, but in the background, I know people can't see it right now, but like he's always doing some sort of stretch at some point in the podcast. It's very entertaining to watch. But one of the other things I know we wanted to discuss here, big in the world right now, is I know that Queen Elizabeth has passed. The monarch is gone. She is gone. Charles has, assumed the throne or whatever you call it, and he is king now. He's one of the oldest monarchs. I think it is the oldest monarch to take the throne. She was the longest living English monarch, which is pretty crazy to think about that happened in our lifetime. Our generation, right? And I know we're all Americans, so I know there's a lot of Americans out there that are like, why should we give a fuck about the royal family? Like this is the reason we fought to be away from that. I understand that. And, part of me even agrees, but like, it's still it's still very interesting, especially when you see the pictures of Elizabeth throughout time. Dude, how many presidents has she met? She started, one of the first presidents she met was Harry Truman, the end of World War II. And she went through all of them up to Biden. She met Biden. So from Truman to Biden, there's her standing with the president, except for there is one exception. Lyndon B. Johnson never met her because they were not on good terms. That was during the Vietnam War, and Johnson was angry that England didn't help send troops to Vietnam. So he was not, he didn't go and meet her. He's like the only president that didn't meet the monarchy. So, except for him. But yeah, she a lifetime, this woman had. But I want to know, everyone, I want to know all your opinions on the royal family, because I know, to some of us Americans, it might seem a little ridiculous. I don't know. What do you guys think about this entire monarchy, this royal line? What do you have to say? Anyone?
Lizzie's in a box,
Oh my God.
That's what they were chanting.
I don't know how I feel, because it's more of like a traditionary thing, right? Because they don't actually have any political power, but they have a lot of social power. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about people that live that long, I instantly go like conspiracy theories, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's because she eats baby fetuses.
Oh no! You know what I mean? I knew it was coming.
Like I go into one of those things where it's like, she's been in the Vatican, she knows what's up. You know what I'm saying?
What is that called? Chief, what is that called? That they what is it that fuck?
I know you're talking about
or some shit like that. I know I'm butchering the name.
Oh, adrenochrome.
That shit.
Adrenochrome. I think that's made up, though. Okay, listen, I don't want to get in the whole conspiracy theory about Oprah eating babies. I know we can do that another time. I think we've even talked about it before.
Oprah and Queen Elizabeth have eaten babies together.
Oh, boy.
Yes, they have.
They've been in the basement of the Vatican eating babies.
Why does it have to be at the Vatican?
And Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
Why do you have to be at the Vatican to eat babies? Why is it always the Vatican?
Because they have a secret dungeon downstairs
with a really nice lounge.
That's where they have all the babies and
with
shit.
A nice baby eating lounge.
They have a nice baby eating lounge down there.
Well, apparently it doesn't work because these motherfuckers are still dying. Like, yeah, she made it to 96, but like I know people who made it to 96 without eating babies. She wasn't.
See what had happened was.
Yeah, tell him.
Jimmy's like, yeah, you do this one for me.
See what happened was, like she was focusing on like the shit that was going around, because you see, Prince Andrew is in a lot of shit because he's hanging, he was hanging around these little kids and whatever, and there's pictures of it. So she's too focused on that right now. So that's why she wasn't focused on eating the babies or draining their blood and shit like that. So that's why it was a couple of years, like maybe like 20 years of the shit, that she hasn't had baby yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at least. And then whenever she didn't really die, it's just like
of course.
Whenever she passed away, she just took off the reptilian skin.
Okay.
You're absolutely fucking
That's
right.
it? That's the end of that saying?
See, I knew I was the only one that was crazy out here because I knew she was a reptilian. She's a reptilian. She's one of them space people.
She was a reptilian, and like we have videos.
We got videos of it. We got videos of her eyes blinking sideways. But anyway, did you know that
my dumb ass is over here looking up all these big words?
Reptilian? Wait, reptilian is a big word.
No, I said eyes. But no,
how
man,
dare you?
Her net worth, nobody knows the exact net worth of the queen, but it was roughly $426 million.
Yeah, I thought they just don't have a budget.
What they do is, that's one of the things I wanted to talk about, is like, why are the English so okay giving their tax dollars to a monarchy that doesn't really do shit for them, except for still being able to say we have a monarchy here? Why is that okay?
Have you ever seen Game of Thrones?
Yeah, but that's different. They try to do stuff because that's who's actually in charge. Like, England has like parliament. They have a prime minister. Like they have people that actually do political shit that the monarchy.
They're brainwashed. They're brainwashed. That's what it is.
They also have a queen.
Not anymore. Not anymore. They don't.
Or a king, I should say. And you have to pay taxes to the king.
Yeah, but that king doesn't do anything. That's what I'm saying.
He's the king.
Wait. So
he has a job.
Really quickly. So hold on, Chuck. So check this out. So I just recently learned, right? Because like I've been Spanish all my life, right? So how the fuck, right? I'm watching Univision, right? Channel 41 with my grandma.
Okay.
And they're like, murió la reina Isabella. And I'm like, who the fuck is the Queen Isabella? Who the fuck is Isabella? But then I come to find out that Isabella is Elizabeth in Spanish. And then they were like, oh, yes, Rey Carlos. And I'm like, who the fuck is Rey Carlos? Like who the fuck is that? And then it comes to find out that Carlos is, what is his name?
Charles?
Charles.
Yeah. That's,
you know that? Mind blown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's yeah, some of the names are different in Spanish. That's funny.
Couldn't believe it.
Oh boy.
You guys want to know how many people cared about this woman? Listen, whenever she passed away, 120,000 people came by just to see and pay her their respects to her.
I know.
That's
but
wild.
I mean, why do you want your taxes to go to this? Like, it doesn't make sense to me as an American.
Because they're brainwashed.
If David Beckham can wait 13 hours to see her, you're worth that extra state tax.
Wait. Is that like an actual fact?
That's a David Beckham, man, waited 13 hours to see her.
I mean, he kicks balls for a living. He should have been first in line.
He ain't.
And first of all, you're only worth what the people pay towards you, so that can stop at any moment. So
they do have a job though.
Yeah, but it's not like the monarchy doesn't get involved when, like, say they're deciding what to do about the Middle East. Like, the Queen doesn't come around and is like, this is what I think.
I just looked it up. There's a Bill of Rights.
What's their job? What is their job?
They have an English Bill of Rights. And they have legislative power. It could be exercised.
But they would never do that. That's what I'm saying too. Like, they put it in the hands of parliaments. They don't have to do these things, and yet they still get money.
What are these?
They have executive power, judicial power, the Church of England. They have powers independent government. Yeah, they could just overrule all of that. They can overrule all of it.
Teach us something. Teach us something new. This is good. I did not know that.
I just did.
Explain
Great
more.
job.
So
Jeff.
when all those people make a decision, the King Charles can say, "Nah, fuck that." And then,
what I'm saying is he wouldn't though. That's what I'm saying.
You don't know him.
Why wouldn't he?
You don't know him.
Fuck would he get involved? Like, you get to sit on, your ass and get all this money. You don't have to get involved. That's why you created Parliament. That's why you have a prime minister.
Did you guys see him catch a little fit with the bloody pen? Of this bloody pen. Did you see him?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, he was having technical difficulties with his bloody pen, and then the Queen Consort came and she wrote her name for him. It was the cutest thing ever. But I can't believe a side bitch actually became a motherfucking queen though. Give it up to motherfucking Camilla.
But she's
the most successful side bitch.
She's not the queen though. She's not the queen though.
She's the Queen Consort.
She's the Queen Consort. Yeah, so she can't be. If he was still married to Diana, Diana would have became queen. Because they don't really believe in divorce like that. So she can't, if he married any other woman, that woman wouldn't have became queen. They can only become queen consort. Now,
why not?
Because they don't believe in divorce like that. So they want you to stay married, but the divorce was initiated by Diana when they got divorced, not him. So that's why, he didn't get in trouble. And that's why, a lot of the time, it is interesting. Like, if they want to marry for love, they have to give up their position on the throne. So that's what happened with
Harry, right?
Well, yeah, also him, kind of, but he's back in it for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. But with Elizabeth's father, who was the king, right? His older brother was actually king for 8 months, because obviously he's the eldest brother. He should have been king, but he fell in love with a woman and wanted to marry her. I believe that's why. It might be the other king, but I'm pretty sure it was him. I forget his name. And so he decided to step down from being the king for this woman. Could you imagine?
That's
Stop
love.
Being king of England.
Divorce. Did they get a divorce after?
I don't think so. It was, it was like World War II. So a lot of people didn't get divorced back then. But so Elizabeth's father then became king. And he only had daughters. That's why Queen Elizabeth, was first in line instead of any male heir for the first time in a long time. Because it was all because that other brother that was like, I don't want to be king. And so then the youngest brother became the king, who was Elizabeth's father. And what's interesting about him too, he had all these problems. First of all, he didn't train the way like they thought, like because they didn't expect him to be king. So like he wasn't really like into it like entirely, and he had like this lisp. I think he had this speech impediment. That's what the movie, if you ever watch it, it's a pretty good movie. The King's Speech is about, because like he had to hire this guy to help him like talk, because he wanted to give a speech to the English people, because England was about to go to war with the Nazis, you know, in World War II. So he's like, I got to give a speech to my people, but I can't fucking talk right. So, you know, he had all these problems.
I see that kind of being one of those things where like they're trying to teach him royalty and stuff, and he's like, I don't want to play cricket. Not interested in the cricket.
It's just an excuse for you. I don't think he sounds like that. Sounds more like a cognate.
I'm not interested in this cricket. Oh, I love this woman. I'm 8 years old.
Oh my goodness. You know, I might go to England for school for a semester. So
that'd be so dope, dude.
Let's not talk shit about them, because I might have to do some podcasts from England.
I gotta come visit. Yeah, man. I gotta come visit if you're in England.
Yeah,
if you're gonna do that, if you do that, then me and Chief, we should definitely make a trip out there. That should
Chief.
Like, that should be done.
That's what he said. Yeah, that's what she said. She said you, and she said her and Chief.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
To visit, yeah. Wait, did you think she called me Chief?
No, I thought because I said I'm confused.
Okay, no, that's fine. I was like, wait, what's going on? But yeah, so the royal line is interesting. I don't agree with where these people's taxes are going, but like I get why it's interesting and it's historic to want to keep it going. I get that. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like I don't think it matters that much that Charles is there. I know a lot of people. He's unpopular because he did cheat on Diana, I guess. So. You know, I don't know.
It'd be like that sometimes, you know what I mean?
But like, why is he unpopular when like, do you know how many fucking kings in the past cheated on the queen? Like, is that really that unpopular? Like they did it on their king.
Diana, you know what it was? It was that Diana was the people's princess. Like people genuinely loved that woman. Like
they loved her.
Like her death hurt a lot of people, like genuinely, not because she's Princess Diana, but it was just because like she really, like, she was genuine, like she really loved the people. And she even said that in one of her interviews where she was like, somebody has to be kind, someone has to love these people. And you know, like that's why people loved her so much. You know, didn't they like didn't Elton John like write a song for her? I think it was is it England's Rose or London's Rose? Something
Benny,
like that.
Benny and the Jets?
No.
That would be funny.
That would be funny if that was the song about her.
Oh, hold on. I have a really cool fact that I had it on my phone and I just saw it.
Are we doing
Diana,
Stephanie facts?
No.
Just one.
We're not going to do something like this. This is just because So check this out. So Princess Diana, she met Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah.
And she told him, I want you to perform Dirty Diana. And he was just like, oh my God, I cannot do that. You know, she was like, no, it's one of my favorite songs. Like, how fucking dope is that? Like, you know how dope.
And then he did it, right?
Dirty Diana? Like, for Princess Diana to like that song, that's fucking fire.
And then he did
That
it.
is fire.
He did it, right?
Yes, he did.
But I mean, who doesn't like Michael Jackson? I mean, as a person, yeah, I understand why people don't like him as a person, but like his music, like you can't not like Michael Jackson music, man. Like it's Michael Jackson.
I know, but you know, if you listen to the lyrics of Dirty Diana, you're just like,
no, I get it. I get why that's funny.
And like, you know, oh, this is for you, Princess Diana, Dirty Diana. Like,
No.
That was just
Shimona.
That was just cool.
Shimona Diana.
Diana
Shimon. Come on.
I know my little sister is a big Michael Jackson fan. She likes listening to his music. And like, I remember one day my cousin was over and she was listening to Michael Jackson. She's 7 years old, granted. And like my cousin, he doesn't give a fuck. He says whatever the fuck. My sister's 7, right? He hears the Michael Jackson playing and he's like, oh, this is that damn pedophile, right? And my sister
no.
He didn't know.
That's messed up.
He didn't know that my sister was in the other room, and she's just like, what's a pedophile? And I'm like,
oh my God. Merms, no way.
The disrespect.
I was like, oh, well, pedophile? Oh, I don't know. He just made that word up. I have no idea. And he's just like, oh, I didn't see you there. I'm sorry. So it was like a whole thing. And I'm hoping, oh God, I hope to God she didn't go to school or something. And was like, what's a pedophile?
But Mike was never really, he wasn't classified as a pedophile. I thought he was classified as like someone who hung babies over the balcony and had.
He was never convicted. But he did go to trial for it. And then there's that whole documentary, Leaving Neverland. Like it's a 4-hour documentary about the boys that's, he took there. And he probably did. Like, if we're being honest with each other, he probably did do some shit. But I mean,
I don't
probably totally did.
Okay. Time out.
He 100% did.
Time out. All right. So one quick second. So baby daddy had told me a story, right? And he told me that Michael Jackson used to get a shit ton of pussy. So there's no fucking way. There's no way.
Yeah, but
he said that. Like Michael Jackson was just getting an abundance of punani. Like,
yeah, but so did Freddie Mercury before he came out as gay. Not saying all gay people are pedophiles, by the way. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that you can still fuck women and not be attracted to them. It's possible.
I totally get it, but he wasn't giving me pedophile. Like, I didn't get.
But
that
he
vibe.
did, Stephanie. He did invite children alone without their parents over to his Neverland ranch.
But you know what? All right.
What's your point, though?
Okay. Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. Imagine I went out there right now on the internet and I said, I have a Neverland ranch. Parents, drop your children off. They can stay here as long as they want, but no fucking parents allowed. Just me and the little boys.
They did it with R. Kelly. So what's the difference?
That's not true.
And R. Kelly was convicted.
R. Kelly's in jail. Yeah,
he's in jail for it.
And R. Kelly got a documentary out about that shit.
And there's evidence. There's evidence, and people like really came on and was like, "Yo, he really did this." But we have 2 little white boys, and on top of that, if I'm not mistaken, in that documentary, they had said that the parents had made they coerced their children into saying that he did that to them.
No, they said what had happened was because the parents are fucked up too. They were the ones who stupidly let their children go to the ranch. Like, what parent in your right mind would be like, yeah, my son can go away alone?
But y'all forgetting a key element. Listen, if Michael Jackson invites my son over, cool.
Like it's fucking Michael Jackson. Like
it's fucking king of pop.
Oh man.
Right. And you're gonna think of a fucking come up like, yo, like my son right now is in fucking Neverland Ranch right now. Like that's what, like that's the first thing that comes to mind. Like even with the whole fucking R. Kelly case, like these bitches was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you want to go see a grown man, go ahead, because you want to be a singer, you want to be an actress, and he has the funds, he has the connection. So they just, they be pimping their kids out.
Yeah, I mean that's fucked up.
I would not pimp my kid out. I'm just saying, Michael Jackson and my son were friends.
Best
friends with Michael Jackson.
It's pretty fucked up because the mom also talked about that one mom in the documentary. I remember she talked about how because obviously back then they didn't have cell phones, so you can just send each other pictures. So Michael Jackson would write stuff on a piece of paper and fax it to their house, and he'd be like, I miss my little baby boy and shit shit like that, like I miss you boo pie or stuff like that. And then he'd be like, I can't wait to cuddle with you under the blanket and stuff.
Now that's fucking weird.
You're right. And they were like yeah, let's send our kid off with this guy,
because I mean, I guess at the end of the day, if you look at it, so just from a very blank point standpoint, bottom line up front, as a grown-ass man hanging out with kids, yeah, it's pretty fucked up. And then even
that's
the stuff afterwards.
How y'all see it, but y'all don't understand that it was all a part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. These kids were sick.
Really?
They were dying.
Yeah, they were not.
And the only thing they wanted to do was see Michael Jackson and meet him.
That's not what happened at all.
That's exactly what happened.
They weren't.
And that's why he didn't get in trouble, because they were all a part of that. And they saw that the parents were full of shit. And you know what? Everybody's full of shit that believes anything other than Michael Jackson was not just the greatest artist of all time, but he was also one of the greatest human beings.
No, he's one of the greatest artists of all time. I'm not denying that. His personal life is a little in question. That's all. I mean, here's the thing. This is why I purposely try not to give a shit about famous people's personal lives. I just like the things they do that they're famous for. Like I like Leonardo DiCaprio because of his movies and the way he performs well in those movies. I don't give a shit what the guy says or does in his personal life. I don't give a shit that he doesn't like girls that are over the age of 25. Like, let the man be. He's Leonardo DiCaprio. True? That is apparently true because he just broke up with that girl recently that was 25, and people kept making that joke that he hasn't had a girlfriend that lasted past the age of 25.
That is so true.
Here. But anyway, back to Queen Elizabeth. I actually have something for you guys here, and we'll do it quickly. We won't spend too much time.
Is it disambiguation?
It's not. I want to. It's not. I guess it's kind of a game, but it's not really a game. I want to see whether I'm going to read a quote. This is what's going to happen. I want the three of you can each decide on your own, but I'm going to read you a quote, and I want you to decide if the quote is from the dearly departed Queen Elizabeth or actor Gary Busey. And if you don't know who Gary Busey is, I will share my screen right now and show you who Gary Busey is.
Yeah, do that.
We're having a good time here.
This is Gary Busey, if you can see my screen.
Oh,
I know him. Yeah.
This is Gary Busey. Stephanie, can you see Gary Busey? That's Gary Busey.
That's that one dude.
He's that one dude. Gary Busey so he's an actor and shit, right? But
yeah, he's an actor.
We're having a good time here.
Okay. That's it. All right. So I'll start with the first quote, and you guys have to tell me who you think, and I will write this down to see who gets as many of these correct, of course. We'll do a few of these and then we'll move on. All right, so here's the first quote. Great morning. While we may have more still to endure, better days will return. We will be with our friends again. We will be with our families again. We will meet again. Is that Gary Busey or Queen Elizabeth?
Busey.
That was straight up Gary.
Busey.
You all say Busey, and you're all wrong. It was Queen Elizabeth.
You're telling me it's not the guy that looks like the actual life of the mask.
Yeah.
You're telling me those wise words didn't come from, look at this. Can I share my screen? You're telling me those wise words didn't come from this great American right here who looks like an exact representation of the mask.
Oh, didn't he play the octopus in Spider-Man?
He's like,
or the Green Lantern or something?
No, that's Willem Dafoe.
No, that's that other guy.
Oh
that's,
my god.
Our octopus is Maleta. What's his name? Yeah, no, that's not him.
All right, well, I'm over it.
Yeah, here.
Fine.
Let me read another for you guys. And again, tell me if this is Gary Busey or Queen Elizabeth. It's worth remembering that it is often the small steps, not the giant leaps, that bring about the most lasting change.
Gary Busey.
The Queen.
All right, so Stephanie with Queen, Jimmy with Gary. Chuck, what about you?
I'm going to say that's Gary.
Right. Now let's add this up. And Stephanie's correct. It's the Queen again.
Oh, you son of a...
Gang.
I want to be Team Gary so bad over here, but...
Stephanie
really, because he's playing in a lot of movies that I ain't seen. Oh, he played in Hot Boys. Y'all remember Hot Boys with?
He's got a book called Buseyisms. Gary Busey's Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth.
Yes, that sounds like Gary Busey right there. All right, here's one more. If you take shortcuts, I'm sorry, it just disappeared on the screen. If you take shortcuts, everything will inevitably be cut short. Is that Queen Elizabeth or Gary Busey?
That's the
Queen Elizabeth.
Gary Busey.
And Chuck, what did you say?
I said that's the Queen.
All right, and Jimmy's got 1 point. That was Gary Busey.
Oh yeah.
Oh, can I get a oh yeah?
Can I get a
Oh right, shit, he played in Sharknado?
Yeah, he was in Sharknado real quick.
Oh damn.
That guy looks like his whole life took shortcuts.
We're going to do a few more to see if Chuck can get on the board. Otherwise, either Jimmy or Stephanie will win here. So here's another one. When peace comes, remember it will be for us, the children of today, to make the world of tomorrow a better and happier place.
That was the Queen Elizabeth that passed away.
The Queen.
That was the Queen Elizabeth.
Hey, bless her heart. Bless her soul.
So you all say the Queen, and you're all correct. You're all correct. So
that's right. Bless
Chuck,
her
you're
soul.
on the board. Stephanie and Jimmy each got 2. All right, let's see. Let's do another one here. All right. This is another one. It has always been easy to hate and destroy. To build and to cherish is much more difficult.
Repeat that shit one more time.
All
right.
That's Busey.
Like royalty shit.
It has always been easy to hate and destroy. To build and to cherish is much more difficult.
I'm gonna
That
say
was
Busey.
motherfucking Queen.
Queen.
That's Busey.
Nice
Looking-
specs, Chief. I like your specs.
Because I'm looking at all the movies he played in. I'm gonna say that was him. That was Busey.
All right. And Stephanie gets a point. It was the Queen. So Stephanie's
this
ahead.
is a setup. This is a whole
Hey, your
setup.
highness.
Man,
Hey,
Shane.
Oh my God.
Are those prescribed specs?
These are blue light specs.
Oh, those
It
are very
helps
nice.
with my screen time.
I absolutely love them. They look very, very nice on you.
Oh, thank you, mate. This is from
so welcome.
England. I ate Triscuits in them.
Hey, that's one of
lovely.
your characters.
What a Triscuit eating guy with spec that doesn't know much about the Queen, because obviously he thinks Gary Busey's made all of great Europe's quotes.
I got to send you guys a video of Chaz. That's one of Jimmy's characters.
Oh, I've seen that
he's a-
actually. I've seen
he's
Chaz.
a rock star.
He's a rock star. That's good.
Chaz the rock star.
We're gonna get Chaz on the podcast one of these days.
Mate, you got a fucking problem, don't you, mate? Before we coming over here, coming to my house, there's fucking cocaine over here.
You better stop it with your pish posh there, Chief.
Let's see if Stephanie can win this or if Jimmy can tie it and maybe Chuck will get back on the board. This could be the winning point right here. All right, who said this quote? Winners do what losers don't want to do.
That was definitely that. What's his name? Boosie Bassey?
Busey. That was Busey.
Gary
I'm gonna
Busey.
say that's Gary Busey.
Yeah.
It was Mr.
That's
Gary.
Busey. Amen.
All right.
Yeah, what's up?
Bless his heart.
So
Yeah.
the score is this because you're all correct, but that means Stephanie won with 4 points. Jimmy is
Gang,
in
gang,
second
gang.
place with 3 points. And Chuck, I'm sorry, my friend,
Yeah.
you are in last with 2 points.
Dang, I got two. I thought I had one.
You got that one right. You got that one right. So
Chuck,
you
you
got
did
2
good.
points.
You did good, Chuck. You did real good. You did
So
real
that-
good.
That is how we play. Did Queen Elizabeth say it or did Gary Busey?
I'm not sure how you came up with that name, but can I share my screen one more time?
Yeah, I mean, it should still be up.
All right.
You should
I
still.
just want to say this man right here is the hallmark of America.
What the fuck is that?
That
You
is
don't
my
think-
man, Gary Busey.
That's Gary Busey, man.
You know, apparently he's a big
He looks very
talker.
angry there. Like that is a very disturbing. Oh my God. Wait, are his teeth real?
Yeah,
I
he's a
don't
little
know.
weird.
There's no way his teeth are real. No, those have got to be veneers.
Because that looks really like that looks really, really scary.
But when did he pass away? Like, what's the lifestyle of Gary
He's
Busey?
Bro,
alive.
he died?
No, he's
He's
alive.
alive.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not
he's
dead.
alive.
There's no way
Oh.
he's still alive.
He is still alive and kicking.
He's so old though. He played Buddy Holly in '78.
Gotta YouTube this guy.
Gary Busey is a pretty eccentric, but a pretty great guy. He's said some funny things. He does some interesting movies. He played. You know, has anyone here seen what is it? Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
Nope.
I love that. Hey, that's one of Johnny Depp's
Yes.
early films.
So, Jimmy, I don't know if you remember this part where Johnny Depp's character, right, Raul, right, he is trying to drive back to LA real quick. He's leaving Vegas, but then gets pulled over by a cop. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah, and then and that same scene, it's right after they had like all those illegal drugs in the car and took a bunch of illegal shit and they're tripping balls
And
speeding down the desert.
the cop is played by Gary Busey.
Ah,
If you watch that
that's
scene
true.
again, and it's funny because that scene is like totally Gary Busey because the cop's like, I think you need to go to the rest stop and take a nap. And like, he's finally like, all right, fine, I'll take a nap over there. And then he's like, before you go, he's like, I get very lonely out here. You think I could get a kiss? He asks him for a fucking kiss. And he's like, I don't know. Because he's like, honestly, and I always thought about that afterwards. That must be kind of a lonely cop position because that you're just the only cop like on that long stretch of road, like for a few miles before, it goes to LA or San Diego or whatever to Vegas. It's just all that desert. So you're just sitting out there for hours, like no one to talk to and shit, pretty
Crazy.
lonely,
Yeah.
pretty lonely cop job. But
absolutely insane.
I only know him in that one movie, The Hot Boys.
he was in
'Cause
that.
I think he played a cop, and it's against him. It's a thug movie. It's by what's the not Cash Money, but the other one, No Limit Records. No Limit Records made that movie.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that actually.
He was in
Wait. He was in
Merms, it makes sense for you to not see that movie.
but I didn't know that.
Fuck you guys.
He was actually in so one of my favorite times of all time is actually the 80s, man. You know, I was talking about this earlier, man, with me and my guy. We were talking about the 80s and how great it was. I spent 6 weeks in the 80s, you know. 6 weeks
that's awesome.
My life. And best 6 weeks of my life, man. But you know, he was in right before the 80s was 1978. He was in the Buddy Holly Story film, which is classic.
I haven't seen it, but I know he's in that one. I've heard of that.
Yeah. But in the 80s, he was also in let me see, Lethal Weapon. Did you know that?
Yes, I think he was. Yes, that's right.
He was a Lethal Weapon. You're absolutely right.
That's right.
80s was a good time, man. My favorite time of the year.
Yes. So Gary Busey, you know, God rest the Queen, or God save the Queen. What do they say? God rest the Queen when she dies. What is the saying? Someone has to say it.
It's Lizzie's in a box.
That's definitely not what they say.
It's a lot closer than I was gonna say. I want to say God bless the Queen.
I think it's like something God like rest for the Queen. I don't know. So, and
holy
she
shit,
is
this
dead.
guy was in a lot of movies.
Yeah, Gary Busey's been around for a while, man. He's been doing movies for
since 1980.
Wait, but all right. I have a good question. So how many how many movies was he in as like a leading role?
I know there's a few. Like I said, that werewolf movie he's in, he's leading in that. What else was he in? Okay, that's another thing with Gary Busey. I can never always like pinpoint the movies.
Buddy Holly in the Buddy Holly Story, 1978, the one that I was.
Because all right, like not for nothing, I feel like, you know, a lot of the movies that he was in was like cameos, but I could be wrong. But I feel like he didn't have like really big roles. You know what I mean? Like I've never really seen him in like some big shit.
Yeah, I mean, but he also was just kind of like that good pop-up. But a couple people broke out of that. I know that Denzel Washington's
been a leading man for a while.
I meant to say Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
So I know that Samuel L. Jackson started off with
Is that why you're quiet for a second? I was like,
I had to think about it. I was like, that's not his
name.
Samuel L. Jackson started off in secondary roles a lot, right? And then eventually made his way. And then that one Hispanic guy, what's his name? He's like the big, like super Mexican tough.
Oh, Danny Trejo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah. So he actually just worked on film sets until one day.
He was a stunt double, yeah.
Yeah. He just worked on film sets. And then eventually, like, they were like, hey, we need this fucking big badass Mexican dude to like take over this fucking role. And the next thing you know, bam.
Yeah, then you realize everyone he's one of those actors that's like one of the four horsemen of like, you can't hate this person. He's up there with like Keanu Reeves. Like, you can't hate Danny Trejo. You can't hate Keanu Reeves. I think, and then there's like two other guys. I forget who they are, but there's
Danny
like
Trejo. Who's Danny Trejo?
The one we were just talking about.
He plays on Machete.
Or not Danny Trejo. I'm sorry. You said somebody before Keanu Reeves. Who was that?
No, I said Danny Trejo and Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, it was Danny. That's the guy that he had like his face looks all crazy, like, you know, like right here.
Yeah, he's got a very rough the long hair. Face. Yeah.
Yeah. He was wait, wasn't he in Blood In, Blood Out?
Danny Trejo?
Maybe you'd have to look that up. I don't know. But you want to hear some interesting facts? Guess who met Danny Trejo a couple months ago? And I'll say this, I'll give you even a bigger hint. It was one of our guests we've had on before.
It was Ashley.
It was not Ashley, but it was a female guest.
It was Aisha.
Yes, it was Willie. She met him on that potato tour. He came. They invited him, and he came over for that potato tour when they were in. I think in Texas when they met him.
Did they eat French fries?
He was hanging out. Look, if you look at her Instagram, there's like pictures of her with Danny Trejo. Hold on, let me try to see if I can bring it up. Shout out to Aisha Willie as well. You know, she of course, where is it? I thought she had it.
She is so awesome and so beautiful. She's so beautiful.
Oh, right here. You guys can probably barely see the picture. Can you see my screen? He's in the middle there.
That's pretty badass though.
I don't see shit.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, but I mean, like, there he is. If you go look at her Instagram, it's there. But I remember that, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. But anyway, speaking about Danny Trejo, we're unfortunately getting into that sad time of the podcast where we got to wrap things up here. We got to go around the computer screen and do our last minute plugs as usual. So starting with, my friend Stephanie there, you got any last minute plugs?
Oh yeah, I came prepared today. So big motherfucking shout out to Morning Fix. You can definitely find Morning Fix radio show on Twitch, and that is Morning Fix as MORNING Fix at Twitch. You can also follow me on Instagram, You Love Steph, YULUVSTEPHH, and 2 underscores. And big shout out to Chris. He does digital art, and he's currently working on a picture of mine, which I'm really, really excited for. I can't wait to share it with you guys. His Instagram is Art by Chris Rob. That's his IG. Of course, I'm gonna give a big shout out to Sahel. She is a entrepreneur. She has her own little lipstick line, and you can follow her on Instagram. Her Instagram is Da House of Beauty. That is DALHOUSE of Beauty. That's on Instagram. And shout out to you guys. Because of you, Puerto Rican Mamacita is doing really big things. And of course, I'm going to drag you guys along with me because you guys are like literally family. And I fucking love you guys. Thank you for just being there and just being so patient and supportive. I genuinely love you guys. Thank you so much for everything. Chuck, thank you for being fucking awesome, fucking in-house comedian. You're the fucking best. Thank you so much for everything. And guys, buy some motherfucking merch. Don't cry, Chuck. I love you. I love you, Chuck. My heart, it beats for you, Chuck. I love you. You are the best. You are the best.
I'm gonna give you $4.99 every month.
Oh my
God. He's supporting it.
There it is.
I hate you. Oh my God. And yes, you can follow me on my OnlyFans. Shut the fuck up. That is obviously You Love Steph, YULUVSTEPHH. You can find me on OnlyFans for $4.99. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much it from the Puerto Rican Mamacita. Thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you for those last minute plugs, Stephanie. Yeah, there was a lot today. But thank you for all that. I appreciate it. And of course, Jimmy, my friend, you got any last minute plugs to listeners?
I just want to plug in appreciation. I want to plug in the world. I want to plug in, what was that guy's name that we just said 100,000 times?
Gary Busey.
Gary Busey. Shout out to him, man. Without him,
we're plugging Gary Busey.
Without him and his hard work and dedication, we would have never brought him up.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, you know what? I really don't have much of a plug. You kill the plugs every single time, and I want you to keep on killing it, keep on keeping on, man. So shout out to Chaz. Chaz is out there somewhere doing some crazy wild cocaine in a blow up doll, I'm sure. So shout out to that guy.
Hell yeah. Well,
thank you for everything, man. Steph, thanks for that. Those words, man.
I never know when he's done. He takes long pauses. See, he takes long pauses, and it's like, is he fucking done?
We're having a good time.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for those last minute plugs, Jimmy. I really appreciate it. And of course, our in studio. Sorry, I said that weird. Our in studio comedian, Chuck. You got any last minute plugs for listeners?
Oh man, hey, thanks everybody for listening and plugging in. Send these things to your friends and subscribe to Steph's OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
It's just $4.99. It's less than a cup of coffee.
That's half Netflix right there.
When I post my OnlyFans, I will be taking requests for $10. And just let me know what you want. I'm gonna go ahead and send it to you.
You're an expensive
hell yeah. Hell
$10 holla, $10 for you.
$10 honey, you need no now.
$10 nails? Okay.
But you ain't getting no long video, honey. It's just real quick.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you, Chuck, for those last minute plugs. And my last minute plugs are, of course, you can follow me, Christian Merms. It's now locked to the public. I know I did it earlier than usual. I was getting some weird shit happening. Some weird people were following me. I don't like it. So I closed it. But if you seem like a real person, I will allow you to follow me. So go ahead. Still, you can follow me there. But the one I really want you to follow is Great Morning _ the podcast. That's where you'll get all your podcast information on that Instagram, right? Go there, post on the story. We post regularly, right? We post about specials coming up, future guests, stuff like that. So go there, follow that one. That's the one I really want you to follow. You can follow Trip God Jimmy, that is TRYPGODJIMI. You can follow Slightly Special, that is Slightly Special with 2 L's at the end. You can follow You Love Steph on Instagram. You can follow Steffi__0 on TikTok. You can follow Great Morning _ the podcast on TikTok. You can follow now You Love Steph on OnlyFans. I have to add that one in there too. And
I think that's so cool.
I know, right? And remember to get your merchandise at shopgreatmorning.com. That is shopgreatmorning.com. Go ahead, go to shopgreatmorning.com, get yourself a sweatshirt, hat, t-shirt, whatever the hell you want. All right. I know it's getting a little colder now, so you might want to get those sweatshirts. All right. I'm just saying. I mean, unless you're from, Aruba or something, then go ahead, get a t-shirt or a hat. But here in on the East Coast, I know it's getting a little cold, so you might want to invest in that sweatshirt, and we got you there. So go ahead and check that out. And I will say this next episode, not this one. I know you guys are waiting for it, but next episode we will announce the next special for Great Morning. All right, and I think some of you might be able to guess what it is, and that's fine. But we will officially say it in the next episode. So stay tuned till then. All right, I know everyone loves the specials, but we're getting on it. All right. The last one, a lot of work. All right. Just give us some time. We got to, every time we're done with one, we got to work on a new one. All right. So, don't think we're just sitting on our ass. All right. So just give us some time. All right. Relax. You're going to get it. You're going to hear about it. All right. We're going to give you a date. Don't worry. All right. And that's it. That was our last minute plugs. And that was our episode. Great morning.
Great morning.
Good morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.